Welcome back to Flawless Foods Kitchen. I'm Kay.
I'm Luke, and today we're going to be showing you how to cook a sweet short crust pastry.
We'll tell you how to make the pastry and how to get it in the tin without any cracks.
This sweet short crust pastry makes the perfect casing for dessert tarts, such as Bakewell tart, lemon tart and butterscotch tart, to name a few. I'm going to show you the old school way, by hand in a bowl, or the quicker method, in a food processor with a blade tool. It is a lot quicker doing it this way, but I prefer by hand, the old school way. Sieving 220 grams of plain flour, which works out 1 3/4 cup. 115 grams of cold cube butter, half a cup. 50 grams of icing sugar, 1/4 cup. And finally, a pinch of salt. Rub this together with your fingertips until it resembles a nice fine breadcrumb mixture. I've included the footage on the left, as you can see, of the same process, but we're using the food processor. We've included a list of ingredients and a link for the recipe below. That nice breadcrumb texture, and that's perfect. That's exactly how you want it. Now add to the mixture 2 egg yolks, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of ice cold water. Use a fork to bind it together. Then use your hands to bring it into a dough. Try not to handle it too much as it will melt the butter. You're looking for a soft, pliable texture like Play-Doh. Wrap the dough with cling film and place in the fridge to rest and chill for at least 30 minutes. We're going to be using a loose bottom tin, 23 centimetres or 9 inches. So what we're going to do now is have your parchment paper and get the bottom of your tin, and then we're going to place some flour over the top. Just dab it down gently, not too hard, and then slowly we'll start rolling it out, and we want to make it into a nice circle. If it starts to get sticky at any time, you can always just add a little bit of flour over the top on the rolling pin. Before you roll the pastry, make sure you preheat the oven to 160 fan, 180 conventional, 350 Fahrenheit or gas mark 4. And we want to get an overhang of about 1 to 2 inches, and you'll see why in a bit. If you like the way I roll, hit the subscribe button below to see more. Okay, once we get to this stage and it's rolled out nice and it's overhanging the bottom of the tin, what we want to do is gently fold the edges. You don't want to fold it too much, just gently. Go all the way around. Gently pick it up and place it into the tin as gently as we can. I've included an alternative method on the left hand side if you don't have a loose bottom tin. And now we fold the edges back out with the overhang. And mould it in gently with your fingers. If any holes or cracks appear, don't panic. You can use some excess pastry to patch it up, as seen in the bottom left hand corner. What we're going to do is roll from the top all the way over, and this will give you an even cut on the top of the pastry to get rid of all the excess. And then you just pull it away. Prick the base with a fork to prevent the pastry from rising. Okay, using the bit of parchment paper that we rolled out the pastry on, is grab that and just scrunch it into a ball, place over the top. Place in your baking beans. If you don't have any baking beans, you can replace it with rice instead. Spread that so it's nice and even. Always hold it from the edges, don't hold it from the bottom because it'll push it all the way through, and I've made that mistake before. Place your pastry into a preheated oven and bake for 15 minutes. We're going to remove the beads and the parchment paper from the tart case and remove them. we're going to place this back in the oven for another 5 minutes so it just firms up the base. Okay, it's had the extra 5 minutes in the oven. This is all nicely cooked and the base is firm. Leave it for around 10 to 15 minutes to cool before removing it from the tin. Gently push it out from the bottom. And there you have it. Your sweet short crust pastry tart.
Hi, welcome back. Howdy, friends.
Yeah! I'm Luke, and today we're going to be showing you how to cook a swillaboo.
What's that?
What was that? Okay.
I'm Kate.
Sorry.
What's that saying? What was that saying?
I've got the giggles. Shabloo. Right. Okay.
Welcome back to Flora's Foods Kitchen.
Catchan. Catchan.
Welcome back to Flora's Foods Kitchen. I'm Kay and I don't know why I'm shouting. Why am I shouting?
I don't know. Let's get cooking.
Is that all?
Is that it?
That sounded really short then.
That sounded really short, didn't it?
But it doesn't need to be longer, does it?
It sounded a bit short and sweet. Like the pastry. Yeah, was that it? I don't know what else was that. Folded the edges. We're going to gently lift. Oh, not like that. I just put my finger right through. Can you open up the oven for us?
It's the blobby hands.